Good day, Celtics Nation. This is CB on the Seas. Pocket commentary on Game 15 of 82. Celtics hosting the Raptors. Beat them 123-116 in OT. My pull-up three-pointer, first point. Last night's game was huge. An even bigger game is tonight because it's another good team. And Kyrie is going to need a lot more help. He did it basically all by himself during crunch time with a little bit of help from Morris, a little bit of help from Tatum, and Hayward maybe. But back-to-back games at home, it's pretty rare. But huge follow-up tonight. That'll validate last night's win in my view. Second pointer of the pull-up three is... Stevens leaving in Morris in the end of the fourth quarter, crunch time, to guard Leonard. I thought that was pretty interesting because Morris is really not known as a, man-to-man defender, but he did a pretty good job on Leonard, especially in the last shot of regulation when he really sort of forced Leonard to go to his right, sort of had a fall-away 18, 19-footer, low percentage shot, and lucky for us he missed it, and we went into overtime and won it. Third pointer, interesting statistic was Hayward leading the team in minutes with 39. Also, Stevens only playing 9 guys. There were 5 Celtics that played over 30 minutes. Of course, they had extra 5 minutes of overtime, but it's pretty significant. There are only 3 guys or Smart and Baines and Rozier played under 20 minutes. So pretty much all season long, Stevens has been distributing the minutes pretty evenly. So everybody's playing between 22, 28, 29 minutes. But he sort of switched it around last night, and they beat the best team in the Eastern Conference. So I don't think that's a coincidence. Top 3 stars of the game. 3 was Hayward, easily his best game. He was 4 for 8, 6 for 6 from the line. This was interesting. He had 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 steals. So it's pretty good contributions from him. And he played all at crunch time, which made me nervous seeing him out there. Number 2 star was Leonard. Obviously, he had a fantastic game. He had so many clutch shots down the stretch. This team is the Raptors are totally different with him in there, except, instead of DeRozan. He's so much better than DeRozan. So much more clutch, so much more complete player. Obviously, the number 1 star is Kyrie. I'd have to look back at it, but there's a good amount of number 1 stars for him in a row. 18 for 26 from the field, 3 for 6 from the arc. So he's continuing his sick three-point shooting. 11 dimes. That's pretty good. He shot the ball 26 times and gave out 11 dimes. He was, typical incandescent Kyrie playoff standard. So the 3 stains on the game. The third one was Brown. He was conspicuously absent from crunch time. Didn't play anything. He wasn't in there at all. End of regulation in overtime. He played 25 minutes, 3 points, 3 for 11 from the field, 1 for 5 from the arc. Got to the line 0 times. Yeah, it's pretty depressing. No steals. He got torched by Leonard when he was in there. He gave it a lot. Leonard really took him to school. Number 2 stain on the game was Lowry, that punk. I hate that guy. He played 42 minutes, scored 5 points, was 3 for 12 from the field, 1 for 6 from the arc, and was really annoying. And you heard Tommy Heinsohn go off on him as he does so well identifying the most annoying player on the floor. However, the number 1 stain on the game was Fred VanVleet. I'm really sick and tired of hearing about how good this guy is and how underrated this guy is and how clever he is. He got destroyed by Kyrie. he was a big contributor for Kyrie's run at the end of the game in OT. His line was pretty disgraceful too. 0 for 6 from the field, 0 for 6 from the arc, no free throw attempts, 1 defensive rebound, 2 assists, a turnover. And he got dusted by Kyrie. There's one move in particular. Kyrie took 1 step to get his shoulders, by Van Vliet. Pretty shocking defense. So anytime you hear about Van Vliet being super clever on offense, remember that he's a sub defender. Okay, so my closeout for tonight's show is a local brewery out of Somerville called Aeronaut. I'm actually drinking one of their beers right now. It's called A Year with Dr. Nandu. Pretty much the tastiest beers around. They're pretty tough to find. They don't really. The only thing I can explains it is huge demand. You go to liquor stores, you look for it, and they say, "Oh, it's sold out. We only get a case delivered a week. It goes right away." So they got a huge demand. I know they have a tap room in Somerville, and it's pretty good. But these beers are pretty yummy. In fact, I'm drinking one right now. I feel like I've earned it. I ran 9 miles this morning, so I think I can drink 150 calorie beer once. And the key with this is you sit down and you sip it. You don't guzzle it, you sip it. Like lots of hoppy beers. There's another flavor you get in the liquor store. It's called Hop Hoppin' Away. So these are the 2 main ones you can find. I was introduced to this beer at the House of Blues this summer when I saw Humphreys McGee on my birthday, which was a great show, and then I had a bunch of these, and it made it even greater. Anyway, that's it. Tonight's game against Utah is game 16 out of 82. Another revenge matchup because Utah beat us last week during our rough road trip. So I'll see you guys after the show tonight, or after the game tonight. CB on the Seas. Later.